This year will mark 50 years since the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And today, his son, Martin Luther King III, made a stop in Richmond. He spoke at VCU about the struggle for human rights that still exists today. Before his speech, Mr. King talked with Brent Solomon about carrying on his father's mission.
In my one-on-one interview with Martin Luther King III, what was immediately undeniable, King's passion for continuing the fight for peace and equality. Not because this is a mission he inherited, but because it's who he is.
If I woke up every morning attempting to fill the shoes of my father, I would fail miserably.
Yet Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s oldest son has become a pioneer in his own right. 60-year-old Martin Luther King III travels the nation, continuing the fight for civil rights.
My mom used to say, look, Martin, you just be your best self. You don't have to go to Morehouse, where your father went, which I did. You don't have to be a civil rights leader, which I ended up becoming. You don't have to be a minister, which I was not called to the ministry thus far. So my point is, I'm thankful that she said, you be your best self, and we will support you in whatever that means.
It's meant fighting for issues his father hoped for, but never fully saw develop.
When you have people who are disallowed to vote because of not having a certain kind of ID, there's an issue of income inequality in this nation. Dad was talking about a living wage in 1966.
It's why King visited Richmond Sunday, serving as the keynote speaker at Virginia Commonwealth.
Maybe it's climbing.
Encouraging the need for renewed activism 50 years after his father was assassinated in a quest for equality.
You were young in 1968.
Yes.
First, take me back to that moment.
My siblings and I were in our den in Dad and Mom's home, and we were watching the news, and it flashed over the news. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. has just been shot.
The nation lost an icon that day, but he lost his hero. His late mother, Dr. Coretta Scott King, offered consolation.
She didn't say, your father's been killed. She said, your father has gone home to live with God. And when God's servants serve God well, he brings them home to rest. So when you see him, it will be as if he's asleep, but he won't be able to hug and kiss you and talk to you. But you will one day see him again.
Now, the man who shares his father's name is on a mission to help America not just remember the dream, but to live it, even as it continues to manifest. On your side in Richmond, Brent Solomon, NBC 12.